And last question of the evening. So, Rhodora wants to know, sugar serves as food for cancer cells, but I would want to know if I can use honey as an alternative for table sugar for my green tea.
So sugar is something that I can't believe it's the last question of the night because it always comes up. People are crazy about sugar. Um, so it's true. So cancer cells take up a ton of sugar as their main source of energy. But we all have sugar circulating in our body. It is our body's main source of energy. And if you're regulating your sugar appropriately, right? Like if you don't have diabetes, if you don't have insulin resistance, if you don't have metabolic syndrome, if your cancer isn't located somewhere that's causing any weird glucose sensitivity issues, then having white table sugar in your tea, as long as it's, 1 teaspoon, it should be fine. If you want to use honey, that's also totally fine. Your body doesn't really know the difference between honey and sugar, but if you like the taste of it, then you can totally go ahead. What you do want to be careful of is having tons of sugar, right? Like tons of sugar at once, tons of sugar all the time. That's going to cause your blood glucose levels to be high all of the time, which can cause excess growth and excess cancer cell production. There's a lot of research right now in fasting. So maybe, eating only 8 hours or 12 hours a day, or maybe eating every other day as a way to control your blood glucose levels and your insulin levels as a way to improve cancer outcomes. And there's also a lot of research on a ketogenic diet. So having a super low carbohydrate, super low sugar diet in order to starve those cancer cells because they pretty much only use sugar as their fuel source. They can't use ketones as their fuel source. So there's research going on there. It's still a little bit, up in the air as to whether or not it's truly beneficial. But I would say if you want to use honey in your tea, go ahead, as long as it's only a teaspoon. If you prefer white sugar, go ahead, as long as it's only a teaspoon. It's the amount that's really important, not necessarily the type of what sweetener you're using.
All right.